So it has come to my attention that my previous video saying that I belong to the Cherokee Peepees made some people upset. And so I'm sorry that you're such a baby.
You know, I've had some time to think about this a little bit, and I wanted to talk about something that really brings up a much deeper conversation. And I'm not going to address this person specifically. The moment I saw this person licking bird poop off of a window,
Bruh.
They have other things. I think there's some legitimate mental illness going on here in this video. However, I think it does bring up a bigger conversation that we have been, as Indigenous people, talking about for a long time that has been met with some very stiff resistance over the years. And I'm thinking that maybe this is a good way to bring that to the consciousness of people who maybe have not thinking about this the way that we are. Unfortunately, we live in a society where this type of behavior is not only accepted, but in a lot of spaces, this type of behavior is encouraged. The use of Indigenous imagery has been a widespread problem. We see it a lot with certain products, with businesses. We see it across the board. I remember growing up and watching the show Gumby. In the show Gumby, I remember him going to the pesky Indian reservation.
Well, Pokey, this is the road to the gold country.
Yeah, but we're passing right through the pesky Indian reservation. I'd like to look a little longer. My scalp, mane, is just fine where it is.
Come on, Pokey. Bring the Geiger counter and follow us.
What good would this old Geiger counter do against those savages?
I remember watching Bugs Bunny shooting Indians and keeping track of how many he killed with check marks while singing the song One Little, Two Little, Three Little Indians.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians.
This type of behavior is not abnormal. And I think that there's a huge motivating force that powers this. That motivating force is mascots. And I think there's a bit of hypocrisy there when we have this type of behavior going on that is met, and rightfully so, met with a very strong reaction from Indigenous people and non-Indigenous people alike. But we don't see this nearly as strongly when we see it on any given day within the sports world. And we see it all the time, day after day, year after year. And very little is ever done about it. And though there has been some headway made with certain particular teams, there are still a lot of them out there, including local high school children's teams that have this type of imagery. And not only is a problem objectifying an entire group of people, mind you, with stereotypical imagery and stereotypical behavior, but also you have to look at the motivating force behind that, which is the fans. The fans tend to be the biggest problem with these types of things. I can't tell you how many times I've seen something that says scalp the Indians, or seen a Indian head on the end of a stake, all in the name of sports, all in the name of friendly competition. And what this has really done is lend longevity to certain type of racist stereotypes and sayings that we use every single day, because it is social.